point of view, ace-8 must seem like a monster. You couldn't blame him for sticking his chips in here.
I think he has to. He doesn't know the queens are out there.
He's had a very aggressive raising tendency. And, there are several hands he could have raised with that ace-8 is in great shape against.
It's a bit late to get timid, Darren. I think they've got to go in.
If anything will stop him, it would be that he'd rather get the chips in first and have a chance not to have the cards on their back. But he's so low that he's decided to be aggressive with them. And you wouldn't begrudge him an ace here, but the card's willing to begrudge anybody, to be honest with you.
Look at his face. He sort of smelt something, didn't he? The hands that Dennis has been getting throughout this tournament. And once again, Dennis goes into it in the lead.
Can the snake slither out of this? Wow. Oh. I tell you, the 8, you can see the 8 first, and it almost looked hopeful, but that lady lurking on the back of the flop has pretty much ended this. Running spades.
He's trying to keep the smile going, but it's fading.
It's no fun. It's no fun when you're basically drawing dead. And now he is officially drawing dead, Darren Bloom. The river card will be immaterial. Just a bit of a tease. And Darren Bloom, one hand later, out in 4th position. A miracle comeback to remain just that. Well, 3 queens on the flop for O'Mahony and a full house on the turn. Can this man be beat? Darren Bloom out of chances and out in 4th.
It's not classed as cheating if I'm getting advice.
That dog's going to be a star.
Oh, if Peter wins here, he'd be sick not to bring it back for the semis, wouldn't he?
Pass.
In fact, he might just let the dog play. Excuse me.
No, excuse me. I was just going to make a facetious joke, and you stopped me in time. Thank you for that.
No, O'Mahony was very aggressive on Darren Bloom, as long as Darren was on his left. Now he's got a new customer here in Jallis, and he doesn't play favorites, O'Mahony. He raises everybody with equally reckless abandon, but he can afford to do it.
Sorry, guys. 12,000 more.
Heads up, an ace is strong. How's Peter going to play this? Will he call? Will he raise? Or will he fold? I think all options are there. Maybe the dog's tail. Twist the dog's tail for inspiration.
Interestingly enough, I mean, the only re-raises we've seen Peter make tonight are all in. But that's so many chips at this stage.
Have I got time to raise all in?
Cool.
He's called.
Maybe not the worst option, although if the ace flops and O'Mahony makes a big bet, then where is he? He's watching Dennis. Dennis is watching the flop.
Yeah, does he really want to see an ace on the flop? He's not going to.
Not a terrible flop for Peter. Got straight draw. Deuce would make him the wheel, as you say. Dennis leading with the bottom pair.
Check.
Interesting to see if O'Mahony thinks that was a trap check.
10.
10,000.
Not the strongest bet in the world. It's fun when you get these situations where neither player seems to know where they're at, and it's the great players always win these pots.
Becomes a battle of wills, doesn't it? and courage.
He's completely mad.
Raise.
O'Mahony has announced raise. He's got more chips. He can afford to do this. And if he's wrong, he's going to find out about it
30,000 more.
quickly.
40 total.
If Peter can find the re-raise, I think he can take the pot, but it's a tall order.
And as you said, Jesse, the only re-raise he knows is shoving his chips in the middle. I'm not sure against the chip leader that he's going to do that right now.
He's got several ways to win, even if this does go all the way. Any ace, any deuce, running hearts. And of course, sticking all his chips in would, well, he's 2-1 again. Sticking all his chips in would definitely get the desired effect. But how can he know? It looks like a queen from O'Mahony, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Pass.
Yeah, he's
Pass.
out.
All right, mate.
I think the way he played that, he put himself in an awkward situation. As soon as he entered the pot, if he hit an ace and then was faced with a bet, he's going to wonder that his
class is
kick
cheating
is strong
from
enough
Dylan
with just a
Boyden.
3. He sort of put himself in a no-win situation throughout that hand, I think, Jesse.
Yeah, I mean, that was about 20,000 that just seemed to be fluttering around. And Peter can ill afford that. He's down to just over 100 ball now. You look on his face. He's not thrilled about how he played that hand. He's not even sure if he folded the winner or the loser. But,
And Dennis's chips now, he's over the 300,000 mark. So he's in a great position.
it's so tough to play hands against a chip leader, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've got so many more opportunities than you do.
Call.
You with
Okay.
your little meager
Yes.
stack.
Yes. And to get this far down to the last 3 and suddenly make a mistake against the big stack is something you would like to avoid.
Free flop and a pair for one, a straight draw for the other. We've seen Dave Finney
Check.
make some very marginal decisions this evening. They've been
15,000.
correct. And this one, a good bet.
Pass.
He plays a fine edge, Dave Finney does. He showed that with that pair of 5s earlier. And since then, he has maneuvered himself into a very clever position.
Yeah, early on he seemed to be dominated by Dennis, but he's come out of his shell since he won that big pot earlier. And now it looks like he's coming out to play, and it's a good time. I mean, the blinds are going to go up fairly soon, I think. And he's in a decent position. Dennis is in the best position, obviously has far more chips. But nonetheless, he's played very, very solidly, Dave Finney.
Yes.
And I can see the two of them getting heads up here. I think
Cool.
Peter seems to have lost his art of the all-in.
He has. Although he's, as you say, the blinds are still low enough, so there's plenty of play, even for Peter. If Dennis gets out of line here, he
Yes.
hasn't. But this is a new song from Dave Finney, just limping in with the ace in the blinds.
That sound means the next hand the
Check.
blinds will go up.
He's thinking. I'm told reliably.
Maybe he's just tired.
Check. Check. Red checked.
O'Mahony has resisted the urge to bluff
Check.
twice now. And if he checks here, it'll be a give up.
8,000.
Ooh. Dave will talk himself through.